Good evening, salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night: did Britt's memorial service hold up? Now, I got to sit there and ask everyone else this question because I'm going to be honest. I fast forward through all of it. Um, Listen, the actress is doing well. She's happy. That's all I really care about. Whenever I find out that an actress wants to leave or an actor wants to leave, it kind of makes their death a little eh. It doesn't really hit me. I mean, soap operas definitely never really hit me in general, but still. Um, what's good, Jonathan? What's good, Solomon? What's good, Black Mon? Mel, one of my favorites. How you doing tonight? Kyrie is in the chat. What's good? How about Karen is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. How's everyone's night going? How was everyone's day? How was everyone's day so far? Oh, so I say so far because I live in New York, so it's clearly nighttime outside, but Justice today's episode of Days didn't really do much for me. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even remember what happened. What even happened in Days of Our Lives? No, I don't even remember. So that should really tell you something. Black Mind, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you are feeling better. Someone says I have an announcement. I'm gonna open a brothel. You're gonna open a. Is that say you're gonna open you're gonna open a brothel? Is I know that doesn't say brothel. I might be reading that wrong. Mel says they're going to have another Conjuring 4 Tremor series. What? I'm not gonna lie. I used to actually love the Tremor series, Mel. I think I watched 1 and 2. I don't know if I watched 3. John, Josh says now, Allie. Oh, okay. All right. Now I remember it. Now I remember. Yep, Jonathan. Chanel and her constant excuses, left and right. Amy, thank you for joining. Oh my God. We are building this super supporters army. I call it the super supporters. Um, very happy about that. Amy is in the chat. Amy joined. Oh my God. So far, we got 2 people that joined this week. I am just, I don't even know what to say. Karen says a good question. Do you like spoilers or did? Oh, you can, no, Karen, you can spoil it for me. Please, 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 please spoil it for me, Karen. Someone says, LOL, quoting from the. Oh, okay, Solomon. I was like, where you opened a brothel? Of course you did, Mel. I expect no less. I'm actually going to sit there and try to watch it tomorrow. Um, on my way to work at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna sit there and watch it tomorrow. But that's good to know. I mean, Mel, you're always a step ahead. You're always a step ahead. CW says I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. I'm gonna do good. CW. I hope you're doing good so far. Yeah, Jonathan, I did. I did finish watching it. I'm gonna watch Wolfpack. I'm gonna be honest, Jonathan. There's just stuff that is just a disconnect for me from the movie, from the show. There's things that they don't explain. I'm like, how is Derek? How did Derek have a son? Did this dude lay an egg? And then, of course, the f bombs just drop like every 5 seconds. Um, the fight at the end didn't really make a lot of sense. There's things that just doesn't really add up. The guy talks about Scott giving him the bite, and I'm just like, when did that happen? I'm gonna watch the show though. So It was good. It was a bit of a disconnect. There was stuff I just didn't really understand. This is coming from a person that watched every single episode. Yvette, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Freddie is in the chat. How you doing, Freddie? I can't believe Amy joined. My God. Someone says I was born yesterday. Oh, okay. Another parody. Okay. CW said I'm good preparing for that article because Snap we're having tomorrow. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you're listening to me while you write. I appreciate that, CW. Justice exactly. I was wondering who Derek had to say. Is that? It, don't get me wrong, Jonathan. It was extremely good to sit there and see people back. Um, I love how they just had another Kensne on standby because they let go of the other girl. I forgot her name. Um, and then when they offered her the position to come back, they were going to pay her considerably less money than they did the rest of the cast. Um, it was good seeing people backed up. I did like that. I did really love that. Seeing Holland Road or Road Holland, how do you pronounce your name? I love that chick. Um, Curry says Summer killed Adam and Chelsea's unborn child Riley, and Adam still saved her miserable life. Really? Curry, how did Summer kill Chelsea's unborn child? How did that happen? Karen says General Hospital is not worth watching today. I was not feeling Prison Memorial. If you didn't watch it, you didn't miss anything. Maybe not answer that. I mean, yeah, I did watch it. I didn't understand why they put her plaque on a wall with the other characters, and the actors actually died in real life. So I don't understand what was that about. I felt like that was a little off to me. I don't want to sit there and say it was disrespectful, but you put her next to like Lila Ray and some other people, and I'm like, what are we doing? CW says, what do you think? Oh, CW, I skipped it. I was not. I was not actually doing that. I skipped it. That's what I was pretty much asking everyone else. Johnson said, actually, oh, Kara all stepped down because of the low pay. Yep. Summer drove. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, Jonathan, I heard about that. I was like, I mean, it sucked. Don't get me wrong. It's I don't know. I guess it just didn't add up for her to come back there. Um, Mel says I was so happy. Katie, Brooke, Sheila. I'm not gonna lie, Mel. Every time that Brooke and Taylor are constantly, they hug so much in this episode. I was just like, if they kiss, I'll be happy. Just saying. Yeah, Solomon, I'm learning all this stuff. Um, I'm learning all this stuff. I've only been watching it for a year. Yeah, Yvette, I was like, why are they putting Britt's picture next to the other actors and stuff like that passed away? Like that was a way for them to sit there and honor them. And then you just put Britt's name there. Like, what are we doing? What's good, Anna? Thank you for joining. Amy says, I thought the memorial was emotional. I was to tell you the truth, Amy, I was hoping that it was going to be good. I was hoping it was going to be good because I know a lot of people, they were really looking forward towards it. And I was like, I hope it didn't let the fans down on that note. So I'm glad it was good. Latasha says, how long you think this love affair between Taylor and uh, I keep sitting there thinking, Latasha, I keep sitting there thinking you're going to kiss. That's what I keep thinking. Krista says, would it be better if Nicholas wasn't the baby's father and the baby wasn't a cast iron on? It wouldn't really add a lot of drama if it was. Well, it depends. It depends on who else would be there. What's good, Shauna? Thank you for joining. It's always a pleasure to have you. Krista says, Brit tribute broke me. Okay, good. I'm glad it was good. Kyrie says Days of Our Lives Stephanie looks gorgeous. Yeah, Kyrie, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I don't like Stephanie, the girl got curves. She got curves. I will give her that much. Jessica was good. Jessica says it was mild for her as far as the memorial. Freddie says, yeah, every time I think about Harmony dressing up in black, being in heaven, I'm like, say no, she should be in hell. Exactly. Well, Freddie, my whole thing was like, I felt like she was the Grim Reaper. I felt like she was the Grim Reaper. Because I'm like, there's no way that she's going to be taking you up there after all the stuff that she did. Shauna says, leave Adam alone. Anna says, brutal day at work since 6 a.m. Glad to be in the chat. I'm glad to have you, Anna. I'm so glad to have you. Um, I can imagine. Trust me, I'm doing that tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I mean, granted, we don't do the same job. So, but I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad you was able to actually make it, and I really do appreciate that. You could be doing anything with your time, and the fact that you're here makes me feel special. So thank you. Juanita's in the chat. Was good, Juanita? Brad was a star today. Okay. Simon says Taylor is fine. I'm sure wish I was broke. Could get it big time. Yeah, I'm like, Simon, like, Brooke, listen, Brooke still got those curves. Johnson says, when do you think EJ will find out that Xander kidnaps his mother? Hopefully it won't drag out too long. I'm hoping it won't drag out too long, Jonathan. Krista says, I don't think Alan Quatermain was dead in real life until last year, so I don't think he's been on the wall. Yeah, Krista, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know that. Okay, I didn't even know that. What's good, Makai? I didn't even know that. What the hell is his name? The guy that Cody. I didn't even know that Cody was there. I didn't know that until I looked at the thumbnail that I put up. I'm being dead serious. That's how much I just fast forward through it. I didn't even know that Cody was there. I'm glad that held up for a lot of people. I wasn't really a fan of this episode. Gonna be honest, really was not. Um, Shauna says no. Freddie says how many last time wish was. Yeah, yeah, it was Freddie. Yeah, Shauna, I'm not a fan of Summer. I'm really not. Mel says I love Adam and Chelsea conversation with Adam. Are you talking about tomorrow's episode or today? Oh, he's not a right fit of Joel. Yes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, bro, if you really don't like it there, then quit. You're rich. You know what I'm saying? Like this is one of those things where it's like I don't want to sit there and say this is rich people's problems, but I'm like, bro, you don't actually have to be there. What's good, Renee Thompson? Thank you for joining. You don't have to actually be there. Krista says, I think the baby not be a cast on is the only way to reconcile Nicholas and Spencer. Hmm. Well then, Crystal, who do you think that the father is then? What's good, Kai How you doing tonight? Justice says when EJ finds out Xander will be worse than he is. I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan. I mean, as much as I didn't like Gwen for a very long time, Gwen is the much better choice than Sarah ever could be. Ever could be. Point blank period. That's why I was like, and Chanel, I'm not gonna lie, Chanel just kept pissing me off. Like that chick really just kept pissing me off. All she kept doing was just making excuses after excuses after excuses. That's what she does now. That's her thing. That's what she does now. Makai says Adam needs a life. Poor fella has no friends in general setting. Yeah, Makai, he doesn't have any. You're right. He doesn't have any friends. He doesn't have a love interest, and he's dissatisfied with his job. My question is for people who actually like Adam, can please somebody tell me what kind of qualities do you like about him? And looks don't count. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. But what kind of qualities do you actually like about Adam? Shauna says Freddie's glowed and Nicholas Page, baby, I can't wait. Freddie says I actually like the Brit Trippy. Yeah, I feel like most people actually did. I felt like most people actually did. What's good, Becky D? Thank you for joining. Becky D, we actually got some new people on my as far as members, as far as the the super supporter army. I'm gonna call that's what I'm gonna call it. As cheesy as it sounds, I'm gonna call it the super supporters army or my super supporter army. I don't know. I'll come up with something, but our group, yeah, a group. Um, Someone says, "Don't judge me, CW." This is a hot mama. How you doing, Becky D? Krista says, "I think it was a donor. Could be stolen embryo or hmm, maybe. I don't know. I mean, what's good, Jakars? Thank you for joining. How have you been, Jakars? I still got to go on your channel. I still got to watch your video that you put out because you put out a new review. I knew I forgot to do something. Oh, what's good, Atara? So Polka Dot, she was in here yesterday. Her beats are really fire. And what I forgot to do was put a link, which I'm gonna do tonight. Where was my damn pen at? Or Polka Dot. This woman, she got talent. So um how's everything going, Atara? Anna says when I started watching I used to like Adam could deliver as good as he got. Not sure how I feel. Yeah, I'm very late to the game with Adam. I know a lot of people love Adam and stuff like that. They really support Adam, maybe because he's an underdog. Um, he's constantly getting crapped on by everyone, and I literally do mean like the whole town. Um, so maybe that's why people root for him. What's good, Grams TV? How's everything going tonight? Thank you for joining as always. It is always a pleasure to see you. Girl says I'm doing well. I wasn't too sure how I feel about the memorial service. Yeah, it's all right. I fast forward through it, so I have no idea. I have no idea. I was like, my whole thing is like, listen, the actress want to leave, so it just makes me feel some sort of way whenever a character dies and the actress wants to leave or the actor wants to leave. It's like, eh, why am I gonna sit there and bother to pour all this emotion into it? Johnson says Adam grew up on a farm with his mother who was blind. He went to business school to get his jobs he has, so I like that he's able to stand up. Okay, all right, okay, all right, I get okay. That makes sense, Jonathan. That makes sense. He seemed like he came from a very good background, and this is before he started getting all the money that was pretty much handed to everyone else. I can okay, all right, Jonathan. I can not gonna lie, I can kind of see why people respect him. I mean, granted, everyone gets caught up in all the shenanigans and the soap opera and stuff like that. But I can understand that now. Thank you, Jonathan, for explaining that to me. Tara says LOL Sally needs to figure out. I mean, Sally needs to figure out who her baby daddy is already. She needs to sit there and tell. Well, she needs to tell Adam that she's pregnant. That's the first thing that she needs to do. Um, I'm not. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that at all. Someone says I'm watching an interview with the original Jill from YNR, and this fool said that her 18-minute documentary inspired the Kardashians to do their reality show. Wow. Hmm. Johnson says I like to see an Adam and Tucker team up. I'm not gonna lie. Since I actually got my cable box, I've been wondering. Well, obviously, I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep CBS All Access or Paramount Access for a little bit. Um, but I only got the channel. I only got the app. So that's where I can watch Y&R and B&B. I'll probably keep it still because I know they do a lot of interruptions and stuff like that. So I don't know. Just a thought. Shauna says Ryan's mad at Heather. Yeah. Well, yeah, I can understand that. I mean, Heather's Smith there talking about, oh, well, don't sit there and trust Ryan because he's a man and he has a penis, and so he's automatically bad or something like that. So I get behind that. And plus, Heather Smith they're talking about going on a run with a pregnant woman. Like, what are you doing, bro? Johnson says, I'm just waiting on two DNA tests, Sally and Esmond. Yes, you and me both. Anna says, Victor loves Adam's mother with his heart. She gave Nikki a run for her money. Krista says, look like Dante, Sam, Heather. Yeah, looks like that. What's good, Gloria? Thank you for joining. I'm glad to actually see you in the lives more because I like remembering your name. You have such a very beautiful name. So Curry says the young and restless really need some. What's good, hippie? Thank you for joining. Now, oh yeah, Makai, it was funny. Jack was like, "Yo, I'm not having this. This is my company. We ain't doing that." You always pick on someone that don't fight back. That's very true. That's very true, Kyrie's. They do need some good villains. Hell, actually, tell you the truth, when was the last time he actually had a villain? When was the last time he actually had a actual villain? And the young and the restless. Please, somebody tell me in the comment section. Curry says like the hate for Diane is so overrated. I want Diane to do some real damage. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of overrated. It's one of those things where it's like this chick has been gone for 20, 30 something years. She comes back and people are still holding the same grudges. Like they can't wait to get her out of town. I'm like, what are you doing? You bringing in ex-cons and everything like that? Like, what are y'all doing? Nikki annoys me sometimes. She just acts like the typical Karen, like the typical rich snob that's. Ugh. Qatar says, with Dante in London, the CPP struggling, can't get any new info on the hook killer yet. Yeah, they've been dragging that. They've been dragging that hook killer for a hot minute. Someone says maybe, but we talk below to the real world. I don't know what that means. What do you? Maybe Salah's father? What? And it says writers are trying to redeem Esme. I feel like that's something I should probably put on my next topic, maybe tomorrow. Um, it's a really good topic to start off with. Hippie says, not sure what to think about today. I still think they should give tribute to Epiphany. They will, Hippie. And March, I think they're gonna do it. So yeah, no, it's not. Trust me, Hippie. They're gonna be doing that. So that is still coming. I don't know if there's gonna be a nurses ball thing, but I know they're gonna do it though. Krista says I consider OG at Ashland a villain. Okay, it's very true. Ashton did actually Ashton did spice things up for Y and R anyway. Y and R tends to. Freddie says I like this new style to ask me. Y and R tends to be they tend to write for an older crowd. So maybe they feel like, oh well, we're not gonna sit there and do like General Hospital. We'll make like Nina somebody that a lot of people don't like, or like have like an actual real villain. So it's like their tame version of a villain. I will sit there and say. Johnson says other than Sheila Wynard doesn't have the type of villain she was. Yeah, yeah, that's very true, Jonathan. And it's because they write for another crowd, I think. Um, it's disappointing. I mean, it's not a bad show, but Medora says, I don't mind. Medora says, I don't mind Diane and Jack, but Kyle said another shoe will drop. Another lie. I mean, I can't, the thing is with Kyle, some of the stuff he was saying, he wasn't wrong about. I think if Kyle didn't come across as such a whiner so much, that maybe I can take him seriously. Because hell, he was meant to talking to Jack about Adam's performance, and even Jack was like, "Yeah, you're right." But of course, Jack did put him in his place. And Gloria says the whole family acts like that. Summer says Patty Williams is so Dave's villain. Krista says, okay. Krista says Avery. Krista is just so good. No, she kills it. Krista, I admit, I agree with you. She definitely kills it. Solomon says Ashton was one of the worst villains. Well, who was a good? Well, I was gonna sit there and tell Solomon, in your opinion, who is actually a good villain? Oh, okay. Shauna says, I hope Jeremy starts come back. Diane got more secrets. You know, I hope he does come back too. Because at least when he came back, it was some sort of suspense. Like it was very difficult to take him seriously because he didn't actually do anything, and he came across more as a creep than anything else. Um, but hopefully, when he comes back, hopefully if he comes back, he'll be more than just a creep. Freddie says, but it's a soap opera. CW says, Albert Paul, which version of Esme do you prefer, good or bad? Let me see if I can actually read it. All right, I'm gonna try this again. Oh, what's good to have, Lynn? How you doing tonight? So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that CW. Hopefully this poll would actually go a little bit better. No, that's not. No. Oh crap. Okay, well that was stupid. I don't understand that. I hit the Q&A thing and it does something completely stupid. Janet is in the chat. Janet says still chilly in Texas. Yeah, no, it's about to get cold in New York. If you're in New York, it's about to get cold AF. Okay. Becky D says dying already interfere in their lives. Yeah, I try to do I tried to do the poll, but for some well, I tried to do a different type of poll, like a Q&A thing, and it didn't work out. I think what I'm gonna do is next time I'm actually off, I'm gonna sit there and do like a little test stream to kind of see about the functions a little bit more. Becky D said, "Yeah, the cold is coming real cold." Okay, Becky D. Yeah, if you live in New York, you know it's about to get. Ah, it sucks. Yvette says, "Bad. We need a really bad character on the show for YNR, right? Yeah, YNR always seems like it's very tame." De Havilland says, "Albert, do you think Spencer will get custody of Esme's baby?" I feel like I feel like he would for a little bit, De Havilland, just because, just because it would be good drama. Just because it would be good drama, they would do that. Becky D says I'm West Coast. WA the cold came here about 3 days ago. Oh, okay. Oof. I do not like the cold. What's good, Eagle Fang? Eagle Fang's what's up, Britt? Being part of uh, kind of have issues with that. I, I, I don't know what it is, Eagle Fang. It just rubs me the wrong way. By the way, Eagle Fang, I'm pretty sure you watched The Boys, right? Because I'm actually starting to watch it. I'm watching the first episode. Joy is in the chat. What's good, Joy? Joy says, waiting for Ask Me to remember, then play everyone. Yeah. See, the like button actually does work. So far, we got 42 people in the chat. We got 16 likes. So if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It clearly does help because we got Joy, we got ABC. 13 says, I like the mixture of both Esme. Not too good, not too bad. All right, cool, cool, cool. Um, yeah, Eagle Fang. It's just one of those things. It kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what is it about. What's about that, you know? Um, but thank you for joining Joy. I mean, thank you for joining Joy and ABC. Um, now the Havlin says Brooklyn pregnant by Chase. Hmm. I mean, they did knock boots, so it's totally possible. But you know, honestly, to tell you the truth, the Havlin, I doubt it. There's too many people so far that's pregnant. I mean, granted, Willow just gave birth, but still. Anna says I'm still in New Hampshire, not that far from New York, and it's a bit chilly here. Yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Unfortunately, we're gonna get it. But I love that show, The Boys, Tom. Love, love, love that show, The Boys. I swear, if I would have broke this whole chair. Um, Karen says, "Who loves Supernatural but hates the Winchesters?" That's a very good question, Karen. If you actually love Supernatural but you hate the Winchesters, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. I have no desire to watch the Winchesters whatsoever. Um, I'm like, I've been watching Supernatural for like 16 years. Why the hell would I actually want to watch a prequel for? Like seriously. And it says, I agree. I'm waiting for Ask Me to remember them play them all. Medora says, I think at the last minute, Laura will get the baby if Esme and the baby survive being on the run with Heather and Ryan. Hippie says, yes, she was on season 1, episode 24, I think. What are you talking about, Hippie? Johnson says, I can't say I like Esme now, but I can say that because she has no memory, I don't hate her. Diane, oh, Solomon, Diane. You know, yeah, she was also on The Flash, too. If we're talking about the actress that plays Diane, yeah, she was actually on a show called The Flash. And she was on the Vampire Diaries, too. And Teen Wolf. My goodness, she played a lot of people's moms. Um, Eagle Fang says Nicholas should just leave town. He's not ready to be a father anymore. I hope he does not kidnap Esmond's baby on the way out. Well, you know, you can't leave town because, you know, you gotta. Solomon says, Paul, should Diane go back into her coma on YNR? AJ, what's good? What's good? How you doing tonight? It's funny, I was just actually talking about you. You know, Solomon, I would actually do a poll like that, but I don't know how the whole Q&A thing works. And I just tried to do it before, and for some odd reason, it literally knocked everyone off the screen. Like literally, I went to do the Q&A poll, and it just look. But I'm actually going to do I'm actually going to do a poll tonight, though. Eagle Fang says I need to see some action on defeating Sheila. Defeating. Shauna says Ryan would jog Esme's memory. But how are you doing tonight, AJ? I do have a very simple question though. Was General Hospital good? Was General Hospital good today? That's pretty much the question. Ron is in the chat. What's good, Ron? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you, bro. Kimmy Brown for her Emmy win for the best actress in this. Oh, I love it. Krista said, could GH be setting up for a murder mystery or an attempted murder mystery for Nicholas? His friends are dropping like flies. Maybe. I think anything's possible, really. AJ, I'm doing great. I am actually doing great so far. We got some more people up in our group and our super supporters. So I'm actually really happy about that. Yeah, things are actually going great. What's good, Rob? Rob says Nick going to prison or killed off. No, I doubt that, Rob. I doubt that he's going to prison or getting kicked off. And that's mostly for the fact that they're going to be getting a new Nicholas soon. I don't know who's going to play Nicholas. I'm thinking it's Christopher Tyler, but I could be wrong. Now, ABC says Adam has probably 3 friends. Oh, Jack, Tracy, Chance, and Devon. Makes you think all the people I name have good character traits. Eagle Fang says a better poll question: which soap was the best in the month of January? I am going to ask that question at some point. I think I'll probably ask that question tomorrow because I tried to do the whole Q&A thing and it just like literally the whole thing just went black. Like I can't see anyone in the chat. So Hippie says yesterday was good. Shauna says Liz better hire Scotty. Karen says I feel bad for Brad. I have a best friend named Georgie. He's my bestie. I would be devastated if he died. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for Brad, but I've never liked his character. I still couldn't get over. In honestly, tell you to this day, I still can't get over the fact that he tried to blackmail Michael into into sleeping with him. Oh, my bad, Tyler Christopher. Thank you, Johnson. I keep calling him Christopher Tyler. I don't know why. I do that even with Chad Michael Murray. His is Chad Michael Murray, right? Sometimes I used to call him Michael Chad Murray for some odd reason. I don't know why, but I used to call him that. Dolly was good. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Eagle Fang, Brad really did that. Yep, he really did do that. He really did do that. There was a point where Michael and Kiki still want to be together, but it was very questionable if they were related. And Brad saw them kissing one day, and he was like, "Yo, listen, if you don't sit there and do the deed, I'm gonna sit there and tell everyone." Curry says Days of Life was way better than General Hospital today. I agree with that. It was. It was Kristen. It was Curry's. It really was. Yeah, hippie. I forgot that. Yeah, I'll forget him then. Yeah. I'm like, yo, what kind of slime ball Ryan says in Days who I mean, of course, well, hopefully it will. Um Karen says, yeah, that was not a great Brad moment. The whole incest thing was bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Karen. When they thought, I mean, the thing is, they thought they might be related, and they still was about to sit there and they still started trying to kiss each other. So yeah, that was definitely bad. I'm like, bro, what kind of scumbag is gonna blackmail someone into sleeping with them? Like, really? Freddie says to be honest, the teens are the stars of the show. Of GAs, they're the ones that have been killing it. This good. This is good for the new. Yes, that's very true, Freddie. That is very, very, very true. Solomon says Jack's mom Diane hot. Was one hot lady. I love to be her young man. She was perfect. Just man fire. I ain't mad at you. I'm like I said, I'm more of an Ashley person myself. Okay? Ashley be saying things sometimes that gives a lot of Karen vibes. Okay, she be using these big ass SAT words, but yeah, yeah, she's still good looking. Shauna says, "Do you remember Obrick was drunk and Brad pushed her overboard?" No, I don't remember that one. Eagle fans over the crowd did not pay attention to any of these characters. Only Frank lives okay. Hippie says, I'm not gay, so I couldn't bribe that way. Yeah, but I mean, Hippie, it's not even that. It's just the point of it. Like, even if you bribed another man to sit there and do that, like, it still is a bad look. Curry says, why didn't you like Stephanie? What did she do? I'm still very new to the show. I'm probably going to be blind by my crush on her, but still want to know what she did. Honestly, tell you the truth, here's the thing. Just a cliff notes, Kyrie's. At first, she didn't want to be with Alex because Alex was a player and he was very cocky and stuff like that. She wanted to be with Chad, but lost his wife, and Chad lost his wife, and he wasn't ready to be with anyone. So Stephanie decided to give Alex a chance. Pretty much what ended up happening is Stephanie used Alex as a consolation prize, and Alex did something that was really messed up, so she dumped him. And when Chad finally wanted to be with her, she was like, "Oh well, thank goodness. I've been with Alex all that time, and I could have been with you." So it was just pretty messed up. Like she used to do that as a consolation prize, and I'm like, that's it's pretty messed up. So yeah, just in short, that's kind of my reason why I don't like her. I mean, I don't think she's the worst character, but it's just certain things that she does just rubs me the wrong way. Now, Eagle Fang says, "Poor Michael." Why poor Michael for? Eagle Fang says, "I went from feeling bad for Brad to now wanting Brad on the show." Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was not a fan of Brad for the longest time, and I'm still not. And granted, I know that happened years ago, but it was still just a very scumbag thing to do, you know. And it's not even the fact that it was another man. It was just the fact that he blackmailed someone else to sleep with him. You know, like what kind of scumbag does that? Shauna says Olbrich was blackmailing Brad because she delivered Nell's baby and she knew that baby wasn't dead. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Devlin says Albert Willow's baby looks like she can be 3 months. Exactly. I was like, yo, Devlin, I was like, yo, that baby is like 2 years old. What are you talking about? That baby should be start talking at this point right now. Karen says I love Roger as Todd Manning, but Austin is dull. Ava deserves better. Well, Karen, maybe they could sit there and make them, you know, maybe I mean, here's the thing: they can always sit there and make the character more interesting as long as they do it right. Carrie says, "Oh, I understand that is trifling." So basically, she put to Jocelyn. Hmm. Not really, no. Carrie, she didn't put up Jocelyn. It's just the fact that she was with this dude, knowing that she wanted to be with Chad the whole time. in the minute that he messed up, and it was pretty bad, she practically confirmed that, Alex was just, he was just a constellation prize. He was just a little backup plan. Jocelyn was way worse, okay? Because Jocelyn, people fall out of love all the time. It's not that big of a deal. Hippie says Willow baby doesn't look premature, that's for sure. Exactly. People fall out of love all the time. Now, Dolly says it's funny that Stephanie used Alex as a backup prize, considering that she has a history of being the second choice. Oof. Yeah, it wasn't the fact that she fell out of love. It's the fact that she cheated on this dude. Then she had the gall to sit there and say, I don't owe you anything. They've been together, they known each other since they were kids. Okay? There's a certain level of respect that I would assume one would have for someone else who grew up together. You know? So to sit there and say, I don't owe you anything, wow. Now Freddie says, oh, you know what, Freddie, you changed your, that's what it is. Freddie, you changed your icon, I think. Freddie says, if you still want the Nina Carly war, great, but for me, I'm sick of this. They're both the same. I'm just glad the storyline is over with. Willow's paternity. Well, I would say that much. I don't know exactly how much they're the same, but what's good, Big Nate? How you doing tonight? Johnson says maybe Austin will be more interesting when we finally find out who his boss is and they dive deep into the story. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Johnson. There's always a chance um, of them writing the character more interesting. Because you gotta sit there and remember, this is the difference between a soap opera and a show, like a regular series. A regular series, like, they don't really have a lot of time to course correct. Once it's already done, it's over with, that's it. For a soap opera, they still have time to sit there and course correct them. Because let's be honest, yeah, people are sitting there saying he was dull now, but in the beginning, they really wanted to give him a chance. He had this whole thing with the Quartermains, going back and forth with them. They made him interesting for a little bit. And then, well, here we are now. My point is, they still have time to course correct, is what I'm saying. Atara says, I have no idea when Austin cousin boss would ever come up again. Ron says, Mariah and Tess are boring to watch. They make me want to go to sleep. Yeah, they are. And, Ron, here's the thing. Mariah and Tess has a huge fan base. Okay? They call them Taraya. They have a huge fan base, but yet their story is garbage. Krista says my friend's friend had a baby yesterday, 1 month early. Oh, okay, well, tell your friend congratulations, Krista. Harry says Ali seems like she's similar to Summer. It seems like it might be easy for me to know. Yeah, Carrie, I'm not gonna lie. I was not a huge Allie fan. I'm still not a huge Allie fan. Um, Curious. I'm kind of curious. How long have you been watching Days of Our Lives? Because you say you're still pretty new to it. So like, how new are you? Because I'm new to it too, ish. Like I've been watching it for like 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. But I still feel like I'm kind of new to it. So I'm very curious about your timetable. Nikisha's in the chat. Nikisha said I enjoy TSA. I like Brit service. Okay. Nate says I pretty much thought the memorial service of Brit wasn't that great. It could have been much better. Eagle Fang says me neither. I mean, me either. Holly Berry. Holly Berry is overrated. Overrated. Hmm. Holly Berry. There's Nina. There's Nina Long. There's Gabrielle Union. And after that, just kind of, yeah, that's pretty much about it. Joy says one problem is they tell Mariah and Tess stories off screen and then tell us instead of showing us what happened. Exactly. And again, Joy, that's it's a shame because they can write the characters so much more better in that. And it's Joy, it's almost like it's very disrespectful when you stop to think about it. You have these great stories for them, but you write them off screen, you write them off camera. What kind of crap is that? Such a huge fan base for them, and I feel like they never really they never really get the respect that they deserve, and it's unfortunate. Shauna says Britt got me like at Austin now. Glad he was done with Maxie, but no Cody. I totally forgot Cody was actually in this episode. Krista says not very new. I only seen 5 episodes. And all spread apart. Okay. Guys, I'm like. Here's the thing. I feel like you would enjoy Days of Our Lives. I feel like you would. So when you start watching it more, we'll definitely sit there and talk about it because I always love talking about Days of Our Lives with people. Ryan says, yeah, I agree with that. They have a fan base riot, but my goodness, they only about this ridiculous baby nonsense. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I get it works for some people, but it's like it's like that's their end game, and then what? And then what? What happens after they get the baby? Then what? Dolly says this was the first episode of GH I fully got through in a while. Oh wow. Dolly, what is your favorite soap opera? Is it Days of Our Lives? I'm very curious. Eager Ving says Cody had a chance with Sasha, but his shady behavior has to come to an end. Nikisha, I don't know what we're talking about, but I know I'm tired of Holly Berry making it look like black women are drug addicted moms. Okay, Nikisha, that's a very interesting take. Holly Berry is very irrelevant these days. Hmm, I don't know. Maybe I give her too much. Maybe I give her too much. Mm, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe I give her too much. Maybe I give her too much credit because I mean, I like Holly Berry, so she is fine. I'll tell you that much. Now, Karen says I like Nina Long. She was great, and Netflix great affair with Omar Epps. Hmm. Johnson says we know Mariah, Rolling and Kay are coming back from the dead, but what if out of nowhere Abigail also returns? That would be interesting. Krista says I prefer Gabrielle Union over Holly Berry. Now, are you talking? Okay, Krista, are you sitting there talking about like you prefer Gabrielle Union over her because of her acting, or because me personally, I'm talking about her looks. Okay, I'm talking about Holly Berry's looks. Um, that's why I'm going with that. Natasha says Sheila should go to YNR and Rick have it over there for a while. It would definitely spice things up. It would definitely spice things up. Krista says GH did the same thing to Brad and Lucas when they were adopted. Anna says Austin and Ava, Sasha and Chase. Dolly says Days is my number one, and it was typically followed by GH, and I dabbled into others. GH has propped up Carly a bit too much lately, and usually like messy characters like Carly. And you usually like messy characters like, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, Dolly. Same thing. Days is my number one show. Which always, yeah, I'm not going to lie, it always got, yeah, here's the thing, Dolly. It's my number one show. But when I do my reviews, my GH reviews, the numbers are always higher on GH than it is on days. And I don't mean by a little bit, I mean by like this. Yeah, no, Eagle Fang, Barry's fire. She is definitely fire. Followed by Nina Long. And then the list just goes from that point. Krista says Carly is headed for a big fall by May sweeps, if not sooner. You know, Krista, I need sweeps weeks to actually start being good. That's my whole thing. I need sweeps weeks to actually start being good. Um, Eagle fan says, "Do you talking about acting?" Nah, nah. I'm talking about looks. I am talking about looks. Yvette says, "I like Chase in Brooklyn because it's a good mixture of nice and spice." You know, Yvette, that's the thing about Chase that is blowing me a little bit. He has a lot of reservations about being with Brooklyn, but I'm like, bro, you picked her. You knew exactly what she was like before you started dating her. That's why I don't, that's the thing that always blows me sometimes. Just like you know exactly who you're getting in bed with. Literally. Same thing with Drew and Carly. I'm like, you know exactly where you're getting into. Carly says, is Gwen character similar to Ava, Jerome, or Quinn? Hmm. You know the thing is I don't know much about Quinn, but she's definitely not like Ava, Carrie's. She's more, it's very hard to sit there and describe her. She's constantly getting into trouble. I'll tell you that much. She's constantly getting into trouble. And it's usually for her own selfish ambitions. Krista says, I think Gabrielle is more naturally beautiful. Might be right. I actually gotta sit there and take a look at those two. Have a good night, AJ. Thank you for joining. It was always a pleasure to sit there and see you. Oh wow, okay, AJ. Yeah, no, feel better. Please, please, please feel better. Take care of yourself. Professor, yeah, Chase had a bad side, but he wanted to try to stay nice. Yeah, I'm like, bro, you know exactly where you're getting into. Exactly, and apparently he actually has back his memory. So I'm like, bro, there's really no excuse. Dolly said Quinn is more like a toned down Sheila, at least when she first joined B&B. Nikisha had a comment, but she scrapped it. Hippie says, I think Halle Berry is beautiful. I haven't seen her or any other recent movies. She's a great actress, though. You know, Hippie, I think the last movie I saw Halle Berry on was this movie called um, Moon Falling. I actually saw that on my birthday, and I enjoyed it. I think it'll be interesting if they do, Nikisha. It's just, you know, I always sit there and wonder about that because it's like it'll take them away from the actual story and cast and stuff like that. So it's very interesting. Derek is in the chat. What's good, Derek? Derek says, "Do you think that Curtis and Portia will go through the wedding?" Nope, 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 nope. And I'm not gonna lie, Derek, if they do, it'll be so disappointing. Katara says with the inside trading, and thank you for joining, Derek. With the inside trading, though, she will also hurt Drew and Michael. That won't go over well with Willow. Yeah, it won't go over well with Sunny either. So there's that. There's definitely that. Um, well, whoa, Nikisha, I'm actually sitting down for this one. I got to reread this. Should I get my reader? Should I get my glasses? Dolly said, "Did you enjoy Chanel being told off. Oh, I did. I did. I loved it. I'm not gonna lie, Dolly. Chanel was annoying the hell out of me. Like all she kept doing was just making excuses after excuses after excuses. Um, have a good night, Krista. Thank you for joining. But I did enjoy that part though. Now, Nikisha said, I actually felt bad for Esme today. I don't like feeling sympathy for her. Nikisha, I'm glad I was sitting down for that one. You know what? I think I need to read that one again because I want to make sure I'm actually clear about that. Nikisha said, I actually felt bad for Esme today. Okay, cool. Nikisha, I just want to make sure that I read that right. You feeling okay? You good? Are you feeling all right? You're in the weather. I just want to make sure I'm talking to the real Nikisha more for a minute, okay? Just want to make sure I'm talking to the real Nikisha. Um, Ron says, I hope that Kimberly Brown extends her contract because she's entertaining to watch. I'm just, Becky D, I'm just saying. Nikisha has been a subscriber of mine for a hot minute. I like to sit there and think that I know her a little bit. So, yeah. When I heard Nikisha saying she felt bad for asking me, I was like, whoa, what the hell is going on? Somebody hacked her account or something? What's good? Almost feel like I need to have a stronger drink for this conversation. Jesus. Um, is that exactly, Becky? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Carrie says, I feel your pain, Nikisha, is how I feel when I'm extremely rarely have to defend Brooke. Ain't that something? Of course, I'm not gonna lie. I keep saying this. I'm like, Brooke and Taylor are giving me those vibes. Like, I mean, seriously, you watched the episode today. How many times did they actually almost kiss? How many times did they actually hug? That's the thing. How many times did they actually hug? Shauna says a Miss AMC and like live her. Kelly's supposed to try and get it prime time. Yeah, Sean, I've been hearing talks about that for a hot minute. I totally forgot until you said something. Brady says I didn't watch those love scenes between Carly and Drew, just brother and sister. I always fast forward through any of those scenes. Nikki said, I mean, the girl was getting legal advice from Heather Webber. I'm like, damn. And she looked so disgusted at knowing she slept with me. uh, Nikisha, you always manage to surprise me. I would say that much. Nikisha is definitely one of those subscribers that always keeps me on my toes. Oh, okay, Jonathan. I'm looking forward to that then. I'm looking forward to that then. That's going to be a very good day. And I will definitely. Well, yeah, out of work at 12, so yeah, I have time. Wow, it's actually 50. How many people actually voted though? 34 people. Wow, 50-50. Okay. I know we had like 30, like 45 people, but okay. So it's 50-50 today. Now, Daphne says, I see why Asmi is crazy with two crazy parents. Like, yeah, exactly. Curry says, I hate Brooke more than any other character from the show. Okay, Kyrie, you gotta explain to me why you hate Brooke. Freddie says, Carly, stop kissing your brother. Kyrie, you got to explain why you don't like Brooke. I think I'm pretty new to the show, so you know. Gwen is in the chat. What's good, Gwen? How you doing tonight? Dolly says these last couple of weeks has almost sort of made me like Allie. Her motivations are finally making a little sense. Yeah, Dolly, I'm not gonna lie. When I gotta sit there and defend Allie, there's a problem. Okay? It's a problem when I gotta sit there and defend Allie. Okay? I almost, I'm so stubborn that I wouldn't want to agree with her about the sky being blue. I would sit there and say the sky is pink just to piss her off. Just to piss her off. I'm not even joking. Shauna said Kate told Sheila today she can't have Bill like that. Sounds like Brooke thinks she can have any man. Snapping her fingers. Well, Shauna, she is the queen of the valley. She is the queen of the valley. So gotta give her her flowers. Gotta give her her flowers. I will say that much. Yeah, Dolly, I'm not gonna lie, she's definitely becoming a much more entertaining character. Dolly, I wouldn't go as far as to sit there and say I like her or anything like that, but she's a lot more tolerable. And Dolly, I'm not gonna lie, and I hate myself for saying this. When Allie gets dressed up, that chick looks good. As much as I don't like Allie, when she gets dolled up, that chick got some curves. I'm just saying, she ain't bad looking. Like, actually pretty good looking. But it's pretty much when she starts talking and just her personality is just kind of what makes it go a little kind of downhill. Um, Hippie says, "I've seen an American sport that says Spencer and Trina will get married instead." Hmm. Interesting. Well, always sit there and take those spoilers with a grain of salt, I'll say. Says Ella Brooks slept with Eric and his son, slept with her eldest daughter, man, as well, slept with Bill and Deacon too, overall a mess. Like I said, Atara, she wanted to sleep with Taylor. Well, she wanted to sleep with Taylor. I'll be a very happy man. I'll say that much. Nikki says I was confused as to why Trina would encourage Spencer to talk to the police. Last time she trusted the police, she ended up in jail. Very true. Marsha's in the chat. What's good, Marsha? That's gonna be a theme for a while. Every time that you come in the chat. Um, I'm sorry, I just Marsha, I can't help it. Dolly says along with Ali, this is probably one of the most beautiful groups of women Days has ever had on screen. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Definitely agree. I gotta agree with that. Becky says, although they decided the wrong twin was related to Tamara's, Ali fits better with AJ's attitude. Marsha says he used to watch the Brady Bunch. Yeah, I used to watch the Brady Bunch too. I used to always watch Happy Days as well, and I didn't realize that the show changed so much to where it was just about Fonzie. I don't remember that. I mean, I don't know what I was doing back in those days, but I don't remember that. It's just that I'm not gonna lie, it was such a shift, you know, like them just magically making it about Fonzie. I don't get that. Freddie says you. Freddie says, "Yeah, I just realized Carly smashed Walter Economy Brothers, AJ's, Jason, and now Drew." Well, he she didn't sleep with Ned, so there's that. Was good, Tracy Steve. Thank you for joining. Harry says Freddie and Michael followed her. He slept with Kiki, Nell, and Nina, and Willow. Ron says Robert says Albert, the actor playing Victor on Cheech. Yeah, I heard about that. Of course, I was never a fan of the show Nanny, but yeah, I heard about that. I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's why a lot of people don't take him seriously. That's why some people don't take him seriously. The Havlin says Freddie. I said okay. Dolly says Ali has been reminding me a little of her mom from around the time Sammy took over the mirror and tossed EJ in jail. Wow. You know, I don't know. I guess just well, it's hard for me to sit there and compare the two because I only came to the show like literally 2 years. So um, I don't really know that much about Sammy. Now Johnson says, but Ned is their cousin, not their. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Wow, I didn't know that, Jonathan. Oh, thank you for letting me know. I've been watching the show all the time, and I did not know that they weren't brothers. Hmm. Freddie says, okay. Krista says Carly slept with their cousin Franco. Hmm. Davlin says I voted today. Voted on. You mean voted in the polls tonight, or like in my polls, or like what do you mean you voted today? Krista says Elizabeth slept with AJ, Jason, Andrew. That is very true. Curry says now let's see if Jocelyn ends up sleeping with Jake, Aiden. Make this. uh, Jocelyn says, but before the nanny, the actor who played Victor was on Days. Yeah, I remember that. He actually told you the truth, Jonathan. I heard he was on GH too a long, long, long time ago. He was on GH, and I remember that because Dion's Corner he does a lot of reaction videos, and he showed a scene, and it had him in there. Now Dolly says Sam also slept with Jax too. Yeah, I remember that. I think that was the first person that what was it the second? No, it was the second person that she hooked up with after Sunny or before. I don't even remember. Ron says the only good thing about show is there will be no who is the baby daddy storyline. That's very true. Justin said that's true. He was on. Yep, he was on GH a while back. Marcia said he also played a lot of Hallmark movies. You mean the actor that that plays Victor now on General Hospital? I always have to, and I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I sit there and say Victor, I always have to sit there and say which one because there's technically three. Ruth is in the chat. Shauna says Franco is not akin to the farming family. Ruth says that's disgusting. Carly slept with Franco. Can I please have a trash bag so I can barf? Because I think I'm gonna have. Okay. CW says Albert he plays Sean Donovan, Teresa's father. Oh yeah, Sean Donovan. Teresa's father. No, Shane Donovan. Oh, you mean on Days? Yeah. If you're talking CW, if you're talking about Shane Donovan from Days of Our Lives, then yeah, I remember he was on there. Um, I think he was also he was also in Beyond Sale. Dolly says Sam. Dolly says Jax brought Sam to town with dad. Oh, okay. Marsha says Franco was Heather's son. Krista says Sam was with Jack's first time. Oh, okay. All right. It's been so long. It's been so long. I totally forgot about that. Dolly says the actor who plays Victor on GH played a spy named Shane Donovan from Days and was part of the super couple. He was Teresa and he was dad. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, I remember. Okay. I remember he was in Beyond Salem. And at first I was like, bro, what are you doing here? Bro? You on the wrong set. What are you doing here? Brooklyn's in the chat. What's good, Brooklyn? Yeah, Ron, I remember you told me that a couple weeks ago. Brooklyn says I have a feeling that Diane is going to betray Jack by not backing him when the authorities asked if he had anything to do with it. I don't think so, Brooklyn. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's possible. I don't really know Diane as well as other people, but I just feel like it would just be. I don't know. I guess it would just it would come out of left field for me, you know. But it's a soap opera, so anything's possible. Krista says Franco was related to Susan Moore, Jason, Drew's mother. He was a cousin. Krista says Nick looked so old when he stands next to Sally. That's very true. He is a grandfather. He is a grandfather. I keep forgetting that though. But Harry, I think I asked you a question. I don't know if you answered or you might have forgot. Or maybe you said it and I just didn't see it. But why don't you like Brooke though? Brooke on B&B. Gwen says, "How do I become a member?" Um, I don't know if you can actually see it. If you have an iPhone, there's a join button. Um, if you have an iPhone, you may not be able to see it. You would actually have to go into Safari. But if you go into Safari and you go to YouTube, just click the join button. It's $4.99, and it gives you some great perks. Um, live streams, live streams only for members. Um, yeah, live streams only for members. I do that at least twice a week. Exclusive videos and member shoutouts. That is something that I do every month. So Gwen, I would definitely, definitely, definitely love you to be a member. And it's annoying me so much. I don't even want to show this on screen because I felt like the last time I did that, it didn't even work. What the heck? I love when I'm trying to use my phone and then it doesn't come up. No, you idiot. I don't want to do that. But if you actually go to my page, there should be some. I have an iPhone. That's why I can't see it. Yeah, for some odd reason, it's. But I think if you go to my page, if you go to the home page, it actually has my members on my home page. So if you go to the home page, underneath there's a thing that says our members, and right on the right hand side of it, it should be something that says join. So I'm actually going to put that in ugh, my community tab. Marcia says, "How do you all see days?" It's on Peacock. It's on Peacock. So you gotta actually get Peacock. It's another streaming service. Then the key say, "Yeah, on my phone, it still doesn't show up." Yeah, Marcia said you have to pay for it. Yeah, yeah, you do, Marcia. Marcia, you do. It sucks. I don't like it, but let me look again. Yeah, if you go to my YouTube page, and you go to the home, it should actually have a list of all the people that are members so far. And on the right hand side where it says our members, it should say join. So hopefully it's there. And it sucks that Nikisha, she has an iPhone, so she can't see it either, which is so annoying. Um, but yeah, Gwen, I would definitely, 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 definitely love you to be a member. So it's a lot of fun. Ask anyone that's members of mine, and I'll tell you that we have a lot of fun during the live streams. Gwen said, "Guys, I am going to need my daughter's help with that." I went to the homepage, and it didn't show up. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna put a screenshot of that and see if anyone can actually see it on their phone. I would show it on here, but the last time I did that, it didn't. For some odd reason, it didn't show up on mine. Johnson says, "If you live in Canada, you can watch Days on the W Network." Hmm. But Marsha, I will say this as far as Days of Our Lives, it is my favorite soap opera. Out of all four of the soap operas, Days of Our Lives is my favorite soap opera. GH is actually second. And here's the thing: I grew up watching General Hospital. I've been watching since I was in high school. So it's to sit there and say it's a little disappointing is to put it mildly. But I do love a lot of the characters on Days of Our Lives. I don't know if I loved them as much as GH, but I do like them a lot. Freddie said that is nasty sleeping with all three siblings. Carly hopped in bed with AJ, Jason, Drew, and Michael, and the bed with Kiki. Yeah, keep it in the family, baby. Keep it in the family. Okay, that just sounds gross when I say it out loud. That just sounds gross when I say it out loud. Okay, Gwen. All right. Um, yeah, Gwen, tell her about something called Safari. Your daughter would know what I'm talking about. 'Cause I'd definitely love to see you as a member. So thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely hit the like button. It really does help. I got people like Gwen in here. I got people like Brooklyn. I got a lot of new people up in the stream. And that would not be possible without people hitting the like button. Because it lets people know, it lets YouTube know, and it does actually recommend. Um, it does recommend my videos a lot more. I know it's a very YouTube thing to say, which is why I don't say it too often, but I kind of need to start doing that more. And it says something said in the head should not be said out loud. Yeah, I know. I thought about that afterwards. I was like, yeah. But yeah, no, Gwen, I would definitely love to see you as a member. Marshall Swim, my favorite was God and Light, Love of Light, and As the World Turned. Love of Light? Oh, I'm going to have to look that one up. I know about As the World Turned and God and Light, but someone says, Albert, did you know that Jack and Sharon are exes on YNR? No, I didn't. But I'm not, I'll be honest, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I mean, that happens a lot when when you're an actor and um, you're working with other people and stuff like that. It just makes sense. And it says Dark Shadows. Ooh, that reminds me of something, and that's just kind of off topic. But there was this show called Tales of the Dark Side, and I have to say that Tales of the Dark Side has the creepiest music I've ever heard in my entire life. Like to this day, that opening theme song creeps the hell out of me. I don't know if anyone ever actually heard of Tales of the Dark Side. Not Tales of the Crypt. I'm talking about Tales of the Dark Side. Tyrone is in the chat. What's good, Tyrone? Ron says my favorite soap opera was Passions, but it got canceled. So Days of Our Lives is the best soap opera on TV. Yeah, I heard about Passions. Becky D, thank you so much, Becky D. Oh my God, thank you. Becky D says thank you, Albert, for an awesome place to talk about soaps. Thank to all the people in the chat too. You are fun. Thank you. Thank you so much, Becky D. Thank you. Yeah, I love doing this. I love doing this. I love just talking to people about different shows and soaps and stuff like that, and just having a good time. What is? Oh my cup. Thank you so much, Becky D. I really appreciate that. I generally love what I do, you know, and I just love sitting there talking to everyone here, getting to know people and stuff. I think that's the best part, you know. It's like I said about Nikisha, when she said that and I can't believe I'm saying this either. She said that she felt bad for Esme. Because trust me, I know exactly how she feels about Esme. And I just love knowing that. I love that, I guess that bit of connection, you know? It's like, yeah, we could sit there and argue about the soaps and this character and that character and blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, it's just fun, you know. So, and this is thanks to everyone here and their patience, mispronouncing their names. But thank you so much, Becky D. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are my rock star. Thank you. Tyrone says I saw a video where there was rumors that Nell would save Willow. Yeah, you always got to be careful about those sites because they will get you base for the clicks and views. Marsha says search it tomorrow, and also Secret Storm. Never heard of that. And it says Tales from the Dark Side did have Freaky Tune. Totally forgot about it until you brought it up. Yeah, no, it that is some creepy ass music. That is some creepy ass music. And I love horror, and that is some creepy ass music. Um, I actually thought about playing it tonight, and I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I actually want to sit there and sleep. Marcia said, I thought now body was never found. No, I think that, yeah, they did find it. Somebody in the chat actually said they did find it. Solomon says, Albert, you have to check out a soap opera parody called Days of the Week. I'm gonna do that. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you. That wow. You really do know how to make me so. You really do know how to make me feel special, Becky D. Thank you. Thank you. Days of the week. Now, Hippie says I reset my phone. It's still doing it. You mean like not showing? Um, you mean not showing the join button? Hmm. If that's what you're talking about, that's so. Well, if that's the case, I know there's something called Safari. So I think if you go to Safari and then you go to YouTube, it may show it. It may show the join button. But I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. Before I go to sleep tonight, I'm gonna sit there and leave something in the community tab, and I want to see if everyone can actually see that. I'm like, oh. Marsha said you were not born, Albert. These were 15 minutes old. Oh, okay. Becky D says, okay. Now Solomon says Ron is only a hell of a writer. Is only a hell of a writer when compared to the late Jim E. Rowley and oh, okay. I have no idea who those people are. Freddie says I was like Nicholas better not go. I I'm not gonna lie. Liz was cracking me up today. Liz was truly cracking me up today. Now she's done. Now she's had enough of Nicholas's crap. I was like, boo, you volunteered yourself to be, you volunteered decide to be a nurse for Esme. When you should have either A, just stepped back or B, turned them in. Or both. But now she's all like, oh, I don't want to sit there and do it anymore. Like, what the hell? But I don't know. Like I said, this episode was okay. It wasn't super great, but it wasn't. Days was still the better show. Dolly says Jem was the writer who started writing all the supernatural stuff on Days and Passions. Oh, nice. Okay. Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. But I think I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here because I do gotta wake up super early in the morning, like 4, the latest. This way I can start getting going and get dressed and everything like that. But I do want to thank you all for joining. Hippie says I can see the join. Oh, you can see the join button. Okay. All right. Well, Hippie, if you ever want to sit there and join, it'll be much appreciated. Um, I'll definitely love having you in the chat as a member. I mean, I love seeing you in the chat in general, but if you want to hit the join button, it does help. Kyrie's, thank you, Kyrie's, thank you. You're another one of my rock stars. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And it said Nicholas was harsh today, but really can't stand. Yeah, I agree. But thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Kyrie's. Thank you so much. Thank you, Becky D. Could not have been doing this without y'all. Have a good night, Solomon. Have a good night, Marshall. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Jonathan. Yes, Dolly. Have a great night. It was really great to sit there and see you in the chat. Have a good night, Gwen. Um, yeah, let your daughter take a look at that. I'll definitely love to have you as a member. Have a good night, Kyrie. Thank you again for being my rock star. And you as well, Becky D, and all of my members. All of my members. I really appreciate y'all so much. And thank you, Becky D. Yeah, hit the like button. It really does help. It really does. It really, really does help. We're getting some new people in this chat, in this live stream, so the like button really does work. And that's pretty much proof of it. So yeah, I want to thank you all for joining. Thank you again. Thank you so much for the super chats. I really appreciate that. It is really, really, really helping me out. I cannot even stress how much. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you, everyone. I will sit there and just go name by name by name, but I will be here for like another 20 minutes. But I do appreciate every single one of y'all being here tonight. And I will see y'all tomorrow in the next live stream. Oh, and check out Polka Dot's Instagram. Her beats are really fire. Because I left it in the description box. Okay.